In this particular scenario that these gentlemen were kind of discussing, they brought up a caveat, which was, okay, what if you stop a guy and he scores 8 points, but he gets 20 assists in a game? Did you lock him up? Can we consider that you locking him up? And it got into this big back and forth where Kenyon was like, nah, I locked him up. But then Brandon Jennings was pushing back. And then they got into this whole back and forth. And then Hall of Famer Isaiah Thomas apparently caught a whiff of these, these comments, and he decided to weigh in on the entire situation. But before we even get into what Isaiah had to say, want to play the back and forth that Gilbert Arenas and these guys had on Gil's Arena first, and then want to come back and really get into what Isaiah Thomas had to say, and then give you guys our thoughts. Take a listen to these guys here.
He's coming in a different time. My time, any guard that was very high level, they weren't scoring guards, right? So J Kidd, right? Like J Kidd is, he's here. But when it comes to saying, all right, I need to play D, J Kidd is not trying to give you 20, right? If J Kidd is hitting shots, he'll give you 20. But for the most part, he wasn't trying to give you 20 points a game, even if he had a mismatch problem. So most of the time, I'm little compared to him because he's stronger. He going to go in the post to create the double, to boom, boom, swing it, dunk on that. That was his, he was rarely going to go, same thing with Andre Miller. Andre Miller gets you in the mix down there, but he wasn't going to try to give you 30, 40, 50, right? Yeah. So, but for the most part, I was coming at everybody knowing that there was really not going to be a guy who was going to try to give me the buckets back.
But just because they're not giving you buckets, that don't mean they're not dominating the game.
Yeah, but you rebounding and throwing the ball to somebody else, your triple-double, 10, 12, and 12, and you got with me.
Yeah, that adds up for 30 points.
Cool.
Right. So when
I'm not guarding your passes to, you sitting there throwing it and zipping it by, and I'm playing defense, got you under control.
That's still on you, though.
No, it's not. It's on the guy that got backdoor. The guy who's guarding Jokic don't see the assist part of it. I don't see that 20 points in assist. So if I'm guarding you and you going to pick a roll, I fought over and got over it, right? And then Kenya's posting up and you hedge and he spent on it through the lob. That ain't on me. That's on the big who is guarding him. Whoever, you know what I mean? So I can't see these points. You can have 0 points and got 20 assists. And to me, I stopped the you didn't score.
Yeah. No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
20, no, you didn't. 20 assists is that's 40. That's a lot of. That's dominating the game.
You didn't know you was going to get an assist, right? I'm guarding you. You're trying to break me down one-on-one.
No, I get it.
And then someone came off a curl. You passed it. That dude hit a jumper. I don't see that.
Yeah, because you went. I sat on this. You went to your boom, in and out cross. I sat on that, boom, 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 and you had to drop it off because I didn't set on everything. Yeah. You get an assist, right? I locked you down.
If we're talking about our matchup single-handedly and I gave you 35 and you gave me 8 points, to me, you got dominated.
No.
But if he had 8 points and 15 assists
and 12 rebounds, that's not dominating.
Your rebound is your effort. What I'm saying is, but now you're just collecting a bunch of stats to make it look like you played very well. For him. Him going to get a defense.
I've been with you.
No. What I'm saying is,
I've been with you.
Him getting the defensive rebound does not.
But don't say you're just collecting stats.
No, what I'm saying is for him, when he's adding all of this in, it's my matchup with you. What I'm saying is my matchup with you can't say because you got a defensive rebound, somehow you impact.
So, defense, offensive rebounds.
I said
offensive rebounds.
So you heard Gilbert Arenas and these guys' original comments. So now I want to read what Isaiah Thomas had to say in response to this on Twitter. He said, young players listen to Gil's Arena. Mr. Jennings and Mr. Martin, big respect, are talking about winning team basketball. Playing only for yourself will get you cut from most teams. And yes, Mr. Arenas, that assist counts on your head and your teammates as well. So you heard what Isaiah Thomas had to say there. What are my thoughts on what the NBA legend had to say? I think given the scenario that he pointed out, it's hard to say you locked up a guy if he got 20 assists. Number one. Number two, we also have to look at the nature of the player. What is the player's conventional playing style. Is this a guy that scores 25 points a night? For instance, let's look at point guards. Is this a point guard that scores 25 points a night and averages, I don't know, 12 assists per night, and you hold him to 8 points and he gets, you know, I don't know, 3 assists, then you shut him down. But if he's a guy that's a 12 point a game guy, 11 assists a game guy, and then getting you maybe what, 7 rebounds, and the guy gets 20 assists, and maybe he gets 4 points, you didn't lock him up. So it depends on the nature of the guy you're playing against. Is he a score first guy, or is he a pass guy? To me, if we're talking about the position of a point guard, if a point guard gets 15 or 20 assists in a basketball game, I don't care what you say to yourself, you did not shut